Ah, but they could not see Stephen. While they mourned, he was receiving the Stephanos crown. If they had seen Stephen at that moment, they would not have wept. They would have laughed for joy. They would have seen angels crowding around him to welcome him home. They would have seen him bow at Jesus' feet. They would have heard all of heaven echo with the Lord's words, "Well done." They would have heard Christ say, "Welcome home, Stephen." Now let me tell you about that young man, Saul, what I'm going to do in his life for my glory. All right? So Saul's persecution caused sorrow, but not to Stephen. Fourth, Saul's persecution was successful. Notice he put havoc on the church. It means to dishonor, to defile, to treat shamefully, or with injury, to ravage, to devastate, to ruin. Message Bible puts it like this, Acts 8:3, and Saul just went wild, devastating the church, entering house after house after dragging men and women off to jail. He was trying to wipe the church off the map. You might just look at Acts 22:4, Acts 26:10 through 11, Galatians 1:13. But God's purpose was actually for Saul's good, okay? We later learned that Paul was under deep conviction over this persecution, especially in relationship to the death of Stephen. He never got over it. And just take the time, look at Acts 22:4, Acts 26:10 through 11, 1 Corinthians 15:9, 1 Timothy 1:13, Galatians 1:13. We can well imagine that Saul and Stephen frequently locked horns over the issue of Jesus of Nazareth. He, without doubt, listened carefully to Stephen's defense that day before Stephen was stoned. That day was ironed into Saul's soul, whether it was Stephen's face or his message or his calm assurance or his forgiveness or his testimony, or that he had seen the standing Lord Jesus Christ. Something affected Saul that day, and Saul would never forget Stephen, that angel face which haunted him until the face of Stephen was replaced in his soul by the face of Jesus, the Son of God. It began a good conviction that eventually led to a great conversion. Okay? Well, that's the purpose of persecution. And we must not only see the death of Stephen, but also the glory that he entered after death. Not only believers scattered, but scattered as seed to get out the gospel story. We must not only feel the sorrow, but the great gladness that comes from knowing of eternal rewards, not only of Saul's success that day, but of God actually using that for Saul's ultimate good. That is, bringing him to salvation. Alan Redpath said this: "There is nothing, no circumstance, no trouble, no testing that can ever touch me until first it has come past God, past Christ, right through to me. If it has come that far, it has come with a great purpose." Okay? And that's what we need to realize. Well, I hope God blessed you today. I got a trillion things to do today. Amen. Keep me in prayer, will you? I got April 19th. They're going to look at my eyes. I got a cataract on one eye. I can barely see out of that sucker. So anyway, they're supposed to remove that, Lord willing. Who knows? But just keep me in prayer that all this will glorify the Lord Jesus. Well, hope you have a good day in Jesus.